Hi, this is Dularasil, and I'm doing a little bit of a different video here. It's definitely meant to be informative and to help players who maybe haven't spent any time with the Berserker to give the mech a try, and maybe this setup will kind of be the thing that makes the Berserker click for you. This is how I learned the game. It taught me a lot about positioning, about you know, not getting killed on your 400 health mech. Though 400 health is still probably about the best as far as light mechs go. I think Berserker has the most health and possibly the most damage when its ability is activated. I'm sure Tarman at some point will comment and correct me on any inaccuracies there. But I think it's an excellent light mech. Unlike some... There's a couple of light mechs that I tend to say don't really teach you how to play light mechs. Those being the Neef, the Proct, and the Charge. They're very, very safe. They're very, very, like, you never have to learn how to sort of flirt with that line between, success and failure quite so much as you have to on, say, Infiltrator or Berserker or Scout. So now I'm going to hop in to the garage real quick and just show you what my build is, and then we'll have some more clips where I can kind of explain the choices. So first I want to show you the ability. Short time, you get a damage increase after you press X. Submachine Cannon is the primary I prefer. It's got good heat, good damage, and then the build is basic air compressor, air 180, basic fuel converter, afterburner, and then a reconstructor. So it's a 2-slot reconstructor. The difference between the 1 and 2 slot reconstructor is only like 5 health, but I feel like it really makes a difference. And then my items are portable scanner, which I run on basically everything, and detonator, which I think really, really helps you be decisive about the times when you reveal yourself and you're going to start dealing damage. As we get into the game here, I do want to point out that you probably are not going to want to install the Air 180. I have kind of ruined myself as a player by getting used to the Air 180, so now if I don't install it on a mech, I try and do one, it doesn't happen in the heat of battle, and it is incredibly frustrating. So if you're not wanting to run the Air 180, you can either replace that with a 3rd slot of reconstructor, or a 2nd slot of fuel converter, or even just like 1-slot deflectors, I think would be probably your 3 best replacement choices. So on this mech, and basically any other light mech, your first kind of important thing to do is to take advantage of your speed to find enemies. You want to scout, and then you want to press R3 or whatever you've remapped enemy sighted to, and let people know where the enemies are. I think that's kind of your first job in before a fight breaks out. Once a fight does break out, I believe your job becomes to make as much chaos as possible by getting flanks, constantly moving around the enemy team, making it so that they can't find a safe place to be. You can see I did the damage combo there. I hit him with a... I waited for him to land and then hit him with my ability, tow rocket, detonator, all in like one really quick succession there. And that's the basic gist of what you're gonna do when you do have like a good flank and you want to capitalize on that. That's your biggest amount of spike damage. If you do end up playing this mech, it's kind of interesting. You have a very love-hate relationship with the G2 sharpshooter, because your damage combo absolutely ruins them. You can get them to less than half health before they even know that you're shooting at them, and then by then you can probably stop them from killing you. The real issue is that the sharpshooter will 2-shot you. So, but I think this mech has some of the best tools to fight back against sharpshooters, who are just the bane of light mechs everywhere. So once again, first things first, scout for your team. Once the fight starts, you want to do flanks, create chaos, and then as far as your damage, you want to focus on that main damage combo. You want to hit your ability, hit detonator, hit a tow rocket, and then from there just do DPS as fast as you can. So tow rockets while continuously firing the SMC. This is the easiest way, I think, to kind of get into the Berserker. This was my bread and butter when I first started playing the game, was just to get up behind tank mode mechs and do that damage combo. And I think that's a really good way to start feeling like the Berserker is you're feeling some success on it, which is usually the issue for any given player, I think, when they say, I can't play that mech, is that they just haven't hit that point where they felt what success feels like on that mech. So that's, I think, one of your easiest ways to kind of get over that hump on the Berserker is to kind of lean into that damage combo and staying off your enemy's mini map by walking rather than boosting around. Obviously, when you're in a fight, boost around as much as you need to. But once you're out of combat, you want to stop boosting so you don't get revealed on the mini maps, so that you can really find someone out of position or get into a really good position to hit them with your damage combo. And then if you do ever get in trouble, you get low health. Once again, one of the best things about this mech is you can go fast. You're a light mech, you could boost away, and the reconstructor starts kicking in here. And I'm still repositioning. I'm not stopped in some corner with my radar turned off because I'm in the healing animation, not knowing what's coming next, and not getting myself into a better position for the next fight I'm going to join. So that's the number one thing about that reconstructor, is it's really, really good for that hit and run, reposition and decisive damage kind of play style. A couple other tips for just like light mechs in general, for newer players or even older players if you never kind of had this concept click for you, is turn fights where you're outnumbered into 1v1s by getting behind cover, by putting your enemies in between you and his teammates so that they have to shoot their teammate in the back rather than being able to shoot you. And this is a really, really good way to keep your very small health pool still filled up. Is that idea that you don't ever want to get shot by more than one person at a time, because even one person's damage can be very, very, very dangerous. And that's enough rambling for me. I'll leave you with gameplay here because I've been talking for 8 minutes. So if you haven't turned off the video and or muted me by now, I'll give you a little reprieve. Have a good one. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content and are just looking for ways to maybe learn a little more about Hawken. Bye.
mission success.